He asked the entire body to stand if they see their jobs as described, as serving Americans first. Here is the response.
So tonight I'm inviting every legislator to join with my administration in reaffirming a fundamental principle. If you agree with this statement, then stand up and show your support. The first duty of the American government is to protect American citizens, not illegal aliens.
What did you think in that moment, in that very moment, when you looked across and you saw them all still seated, with that question presented to them, that experiment run on them at the State of the Union? What did you think sitting there in that building?
I thought they were crazy, to be honest with you. To that point in the speech, the U.S. Olympic hockey team had already come out. President was talking about some of the young women in our country in particular who have been victimized by illegal aliens in our country. And this was a simple proposition. Everybody who runs for public office or who puts the uniform on and serves our country, it is all in defense of the American people, of America as a nation, and in the ideals that we are the best nation on the face of the earth, American exceptionalism. That's what you sign up for. And to see them just sit there on their hands because they could not find ways to agree with Donald Trump on something so simple but so unifying for America. I just thought that it was crazy. I thought they really screwed up. I think that their hatred for Donald Trump has blinded them to the realities of where the American people are and trying to work with us to make sure that we are actually helping the lives and livelihoods of every American. I thought it was an awful thing to do. And look, they're going to have to reap the whirlwind on this one because, like you said, that was $1 billion ad. Nobody could have storyboarded a TV ad like that. It was shocking to watch.
It is not partisan. It should not be partisan. It is the first line in the job description. It's baked into the premise that if American citizens elect you to office, they're sending you there to represent the interests of American citizens. And if you have people who somehow taken that and used that to serve either another country or a body of people who are not American citizens, you are not fit for the job. If I am on the left, if I'm a Democrat, I am sitting there saying, why are you not representing the interest of me on the left as an American citizen? You mean to tell me that the interests of an illegal immigrant are not or are equal to the priority of serving me, the lefty American citizen? I mean, it should be offensive to literally everyone that you can't fulfill the first line in the job description. And I haven't heard, Congressman, today, I haven't yet heard any interviews, any reasons given by those Democrats. It may be, I reject the premise as presented to me by President Donald Trump, or I won't follow the demands or play into the games of Donald Trump. It may be, but I think they're all going to fall short. I can't wait to hear the reason from a Democrat.
Yeah, it's going to fall short. If short, it's going to ring hollow. You're right, Will. I think they have really missed the plot. And I think this is something for the American people to take note of and to put into their calculus when they go to the polls this November. This is the same Democrat Party that opened up our borders on purpose. This is the same Democrat Party that did not follow federal law on purpose. Same Democrat Party who caused massive inflation in our economy, where families have fallen behind and they've been struggling to get back on their feet. The same Democrat Party who lied to us about the condition of Joe Biden. The same Democrat Party that used and weaponized social media to suppress free speech of the American people during COVID-19. It's the same party, the same players. They haven't changed. And if anything, they've gotten more radical. But to your core point, the fact that they can't even acknowledge the number one part of the job, which is to protect this nation and to protect the American people above all else, to put the American people first before any other item on the agenda, is just crazy to me. Makes no sense to me. As far as I'm concerned, they don't deserve to hold authority and power here in Washington, D.C.
No, I think it's disqualifying. I literally think it's disqualifying for public service. How do you take an oath to the Constitution where you would place the priorities of illegal immigrants on equal playing field or above that of the American citizen? And it makes me think about something else, Congressman. For years now, the line has been that Democrats are the defenders of democracy against the would-be authoritarian in Donald Trump. But think how self-defeating this is for just a moment. So you're the defender of democracy, but your version of democracy is that your elected representative should prioritize people who are not his electors, who is not an American citizen. So you're voting in a way to end the experiment of democracy. If we have no nation state and everyone is on equal playing field, citizen or non-citizen, and the interest of illegal immigrant and citizen are of equal value, or perhaps it should be put to them, the illegal immigrant's interests are of more value than the American citizen, you are talking about negating the experiment of democracy. It's committed suicide at your hands.
Well, look, to that point, when the president brought up passing the Save America Act, what did the Democrats do? Sat on their hands. You're talking about protecting American democracy, the American constitutional republic, the very best governing system in the history of the world. Let's just be very clear on this. This is the best governing framework in the history of the world. We have produced more wealth for more people than anywhere else on the face of the planet in the history of the world. More people have come to our shores legally, assimilated into the United States, become a fabric of this nation, and have transformed their stars in life from what their families used to be to what they are today. All that in the United States of America. And the Democrats couldn't even acknowledge to do the one thing that they can work with us to do, and that's to protect the franchise of American voting, that and requiring that you're an American when you register to vote, and requiring that you have to show a form of ID, a picture ID, in order to cast a ballot in American elections. They can't even support that. It's an 80-20 issue. Democrats support it. Hispanic voters support it. Black voters support it. White voters support it. Independents support it. Obviously, Republicans support it. They couldn't even come to grips with how they are on the wrong side of history and doing what's right on behalf of the American people and on behalf of the United States of America. That party's gone, man. They are, I don't know what they're doing over there. I don't really care. The only thing I really care about is Republicans, we need to get back on the job. We got to win this November, because that party is only concerned with impeachments and obstruction. That's all they're concerned about, and obviously illegal aliens. I mean, I just find it to be crazy.